and then we eventually choose this guy. So I stay with him and other guys.
Interesting pattern.
My other host in Kyrgyzstan who brought me to Obama Cafe. Apparently they love Obama and they have like a big like cafe restaurant with Obama pictures like everywhere. Some people from Kazakhstan, some local people who brought me around, like around the mountains, and that guy originally from Kazakhstan, he was like the first guy that I spoke my own language with him, because like he just like decided randomly to learn Serbian, as his own brought some dictionary and he traveled to Serbia or something like that, and he learned it by himself. So he was like speaking like a local. And my first experience in China, like they made me do some kind of presentation with Chinese students, and their teacher was in couch surfing. Some random guy who was like enjoying while a woman was cleaning his shoes. He didn't speak any English, but he was really curious about me and Anya. Yeah, that's the second time that they met with my Russian friend. And he brought us around everywhere. We found some other guy at some tourist attraction who was just like waiting for tourists to come so he can practice English. So he joined us. And at the end of the day, these are like all the people who randomly joined us, and we all ended up in his restaurant. Like we were just like gathering random people, like and making our group like bigger like while exploring the city. Our hosts in somewhere in central China. My other host who brought me like to some park and forest in Sichuan province. The other host who is planning to do the road trip by car from China to England. My friend from Serbia who works in China. I came there to visit him. We went to the beach. The beach was quite bizarre, full of these kind of statues. Like they call it Roman beach, and there were like statues of this kind of Roman, like Roman soldiers. Some people from the beach. My friend from Hong Kong that we hitchhiked together back 800 kilometers. And, my friend from Serbia who came to visit me in China. And we found some cafe and like. I don't know, like, we just like made the customers go away with our like skills. Our host who played like games with us. The other host in Hangzhou who is hosting people in his office. Like during the day there are like people, like I think around 10 people working in the office, and after the working hours he usually have about 10 guests or something who are sleeping everywhere. Yeah, some people like just host like as much as they can. It's so interesting. The Latvian girl who works in some other city and who hosted me there and who knows my owner of hotel where I used to work like 3 years ago. Small world. The girl that I traveled in Beijing. My friend from Serbia who came to inherit me in the first job position in China. Second job position was I brought my other friend from Croatia. Yeah, Chinese main amusement like karaoke. I guess like it's Asian thing maybe. Like going for a Halloween party. My other host who was the captain of a ship, he brought me for sailing, and we ended up like. Bringing some pilots, delivering some pilots to the Ukrainian ship. My other host, Polish guy who studies Chinese for like 2 years. And while I live in China, I had some guests. It's my guests from Pakistan, and my 4 guests from Czech Republic and France. My friends from China, my host from China who hosted me in her like studio. some random people that I met in a cafe, and a girl who invited herself to my country, and she wrote me like how to like hitchhike and signs, like some French girl who moved to the south of China to live. A girl with hitchhike in Laos. She found some Chinese. She was Chinese. And she found some Chinese people who hosted us. They became our hosts in a place where we didn't have hosts. Some German girls who were volunteering in some village of Laos, and they introduced us like to lots of like people in Laos. And I spent like 3 days. There was in some village festival with them. German ambassador in Laos that I met in a gay bar. Thanks to my host. My host was